Okay, so let's take a look at the final example. So I've decided to put brackets here and brackets down here just as a visual reminder that something very important is happening between these two terms. So I can't do anything down here. I can't simplify this with this until I simplify what's going on up here. And similarly, I have to simplify what's going on over here before I can compare it to what's going on up here. So first things first, let's find a common denominator up here. So this 2 is really, the denominator is 1, right? And for this y, the denominator is 1. And so I go, okay, the common denominator has to be y, of course. So for what's in this box here, I'm going to take the 2, I'm going to take the numerator and the denominator, and I'm going to multiply it by both by y. So we're going to have 2y divided by y minus 4 over y. And this is all over. Great. We can write this as y squared divided by y minus 4 divided by y. And so up here we've got the same denominator. Down here we've got the same denominator. So let's just kind of simplify those. But as a good rule of thumb, we should state our non-permissible values, right? Questions typically ask for that. So we can see that if y is equal to 0, that's going to be an issue, right? Over here and also over here. So we've gotten that out of the way. Great. So this is going to be equal to, we're going to have 2y minus 4 divided by y. And I've decided to rewrite that that long bar as the division symbol right over here. You'll see y in just a bit. And so this is going to be divided by y squared minus 4 divided by y. And so we should factor this, right? We should factor over what's the expression over here, and we should factor this expression right over here. So we look over here. The greatest common factor between these two terms is, of course, 2, right? So we can write this as 2 times y minus 2 all over y. And we're dividing this by, this is, of course, a difference of squares. So we can write this as y minus 2 times y plus 2, okay, all over y. So we've already stated that y cannot be equal to 0. And so since we have this fraction or this rational expression divided by another rational expression, as we know, if we take a fraction divided by a fraction, it turns into multiplication by the reciprocal. And so we're going to have 2 times y minus 2 over y times, not divided by, but times the reciprocal of this. So that's just going to be y over y minus 2 times y plus 2, okay? Now, before we cancel out, it seems, well, it doesn't seem, it is the case, that we have produced another set of non-permissible values, okay? We see that we've got y minus 2 and y plus 2 in the denominator, and so that means we're going to have to state some restrictions on y, okay? Y cannot be equal to 2, otherwise we're going to have 2 minus 2, 0 times this, 0, right? No good, so y cannot be equal to 2. Also, over here, y cannot be equal to negative 2. That will also produce a non-permissible value. Okay, so now that we've stated the non-permissible values, we can proceed to canceling out. And since we have this times this times this over this times this times this, we can, of course, cancel things out. So we've got, we can cancel out this y with this y down over here. We can cancel out this y minus 2 with this y minus 2 over here. Okay, and so then this will be equal to 2 over y plus 2. And we're all done. There's no way we could possibly factor this out or simplify. So, great.